Hello everyone, thanks for joining me again. I thought I'd do another readout from one of my astronomical logbooks. I've actually been really enjoying going through my books and reliving some of my old observations and some memories I'd forgotten about. I actually have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and the current one I'm working on is 8 observing logbooks. And they're these data page diaries, these fixed logbooks. And I have every page filled with observations going back a long time. And I've gone through this one last night, just random logbook, because actually I don't have a label in the front of it, but it's covers a few years, and this particular time is May 2006. Out of interest, I actually have wrote all the hours I spent comet hunting for each month of the year, with the total amount of hours added up at the bottom for each month. And out of interest, the total number of visual comet hunting hours during 2005, this is the 2005 section, is 207 hours and 14 minutes. And the least amount of time comet hunting in a particular month was 6 hours 14 minutes during June, because of the shorter nights and a lot of cloud. The longest amount of hours spent searching in any particular month during 2005 was September, with a total of 26 hours and 3 minutes of visual search time. That was the most productive month of 2005. But anyway, I was flicking through it, I was looking at some of my comet sketches and various observations, and I came across some of my write-ups of the meetings I used to go to back then. Back in that time I used to be a member of the East Astronomical Society, better known as the EAAS. It's now changed a different name, it's Northern Ireland Amateur Astronomy Society, EAAS. But back then it was EAAS, and John McConnell was the chairperson. And I always did a write-up every time I went to one of these meetings. Of course, I was very enthusiastic about astronomy, and I always did a record of what the meeting was about, who the guest speaker was, what the subject was, what was the atmosphere like, what kind of things did we do, anything sky related. So I was going through this, and then by pure amazement I'd forgotten I was in this actual logbook. I have a record of the actual night when I was awarded an asteroid in my name. I found the article. I was going to read it out to you just for the sake of memory and reliving and enjoying this moment, literally word for word from the logbook. So I'm going to go straight into it. The title of this entry is my EAAS meeting. The title of this logbook is May EAAS meeting and minor planet 42531 McKenna. The date is the 15th of May 2006, and the meeting was from 8 PM to 11 PM. Excuse me. It's actually to 10 PM, but we spent an hour talking afterwards as usual. It's always the best part. Okay. Tonight was the last EAAS meeting of the season, and the talk was titled The Birth of the Mechanical Clock, Cosmic Technology in the Medieval Church by Dr. Malin Starrett. And I wanted to be here, as John McConnell was also doing a 10-minute presentation on the moon, which I really wanted to hear. I nearly didn't make it tonight, but I convinced my mum to drive me up. So back then, that year, I didn't drive. I arrived in the school in Ballyrobert and had a chat with John McConnell. I noticed Dr. David Asher and Maruna Pupescu sitting at the front. Mark Strong took to the stage and talked about the recent Lyrid watch at Killeen and announced plans for a Perseid watch in August, while alerting observers to noctilucent clouds over the summer period. John McConnell then began his presentation of the moon. He showed us an early photo of the moon, then suddenly switched off the overhead and said, "That's your moon talk over," which shocked everyone, including myself. I thought this was a clever ploy on John's part to engage his audience, which is something he would do. John then produced a sheet of paper and slowly read its contents in a very serious manner. This would later become known as the citation. After the first paragraph, my adrenaline started pumping as he mentioned that it was to do with one of the EAAS members, and I immediately got the feeling it was about me. When he had finished reading the sheet, my world was completely changed, as I had just heard with complete and utter disbelief and shock that I had just got an asteroid named after me. Everyone started clapping. Then Dr. David Asher of Armagh Observatory took to the stage and gave a short presentation on the asteroid, with a model of the solar system on the screen. On it was the Sun, Venus, Earth, Mars and asteroid 42531 McKenna. It really hit home when David called it Asteroid McKenna after his talk. David discovered the asteroid himself at Siding Spring Observatory, formerly called 1995 LJ in Australia, discovered on June 5, 1995. It was located in the main asteroid belt and has a slightly chaotic and eccentric orbit, which got a lot of laughs from the crowd. I was then presented by two framed photos showing the discovery image of 42531 and its orbit. I shook hands with David and got my photo taken. Dr. Mallon then took over for the rest of his talk, which I found refreshingly different, full of historical anecdotes related to astronomy using several great homemade props. Dr. Mallon was a very confident, clear speaker, and I found him very relaxing to listen to afterwards. I found him very relaxing to listen to. Afterwards, I got much congratulations and shook hands with many EAAS members. Marina Pupescu, Paul Evans, Mark Strong took images of me with the frame certificates along with Mum, David and John. Mark presented me with another frame certificate for my IFAS award. IFAS is the Irish Federation of Astronomical Societies. On the same year I got awarded Astronomer of the Year by IFAS, so it was a good year. Marina gave me a copy of her thesis within which she mentioned me in the opening chapter regarding my meeting report about her during the last meeting. I had a great chat with David and Marina before heading home under a lovely clear dusk sky. I'm still shocked from the whole episode, and it hasn't properly hit home yet. I have been getting loads of congratulations on the EAAS, IFAS and UK Weather World forums, as well as getting private PMs and emails from various individuals. The papers have been covering the event too, and I expect further press coverage. John has been working behind the scenes on this since before Christmas. David said he was delighted to give it to me, one of his last two asteroids, instead of a planetary scientist. It was given to me for my dedication to comet hunting, etc., which made me feel very happy, as I am a big fan of David's work. What a night, like a dream come true. 42531 McKenna was magnitude 18 at discovery and is currently located close to the Sun in the morning sky within Pisces, to the west of M74, and not far from Venus. What an unforgettable night, and all because of John McConnell. So that's a nice memory there. So if you Google that, asteroid 42531 McKenna or minor planet 42531 McKenna, asteroids are called minor planets, you'll find it, the orbit for it, and if somebody wants to take an image of it, that would be great. Actually, back then, someone from Ireland did capture an image of it. It was Dave Grennan, I believe, got a nice image of it. He actually captured quite a few of the Irish asteroids, John McConnell's as well. But as far as I know, that's the only image of my asteroid taken from this country. I must actually Google now and find out, check out the orbit and see where it's at in the sky. I'd never be able to detect it with any of my cameras. It's probably an extremely faint object. But there are people out there with suitable telescopes, dark skies and good CCD cameras who could be able to do it if it's well placed. So if anybody out there wants to image it, have a go for it, please let me know. I'd love to see it. But anyway, I really enjoyed reliving that memory again. That was a really special night. I was definitely buzzing for a long time after that. Even now, after all these years later, it's still something I think about, you know, and it was like, just underscores how wonderful a passion and hobby and a lifestyle astronomy can be. Not only is the night sky a wonderful place, it can change your life for the better in so many ways. Psychologically, sort of mentally, even physically, your whole perspective on life, your mindset, your company, the law of attraction. You attract better people into your life, a lot of wonderful people who are happy to help you out, to the amount of friends, just anything you need just comes to you from the universe, because everyone who is into astronomy is the exact same. You know, we're all in this together. So if you're interested in astronomy, don't hesitate to get into it. The sky will reward you with anything you want. But anyway, that's that. I have more on that. I have different bit of another note on that. I actually have a press release from my old school, printed and stuck in here too. It's from the Causeway Institute of Further and Higher Education in Korean, which I attended years ago. Did a science course there, and they actually did a press release mentioning me as a past pupil, talking about the asteroid discovery, which was really nice. I'll just quickly read out part of it here. Asteroid accolade for Causeway Institute student. Press release 19th of May 2006. Former Causeway Institute science student Martin McKenna has been named 2005 Astronomer of the Year by the Irish Federation of Astronomical Societies and has been honoured by having an asteroid named after him. An avid visual comet hunter and all-round observer, Martin was presented his award at a prestigious event this week. Speaking at the event, John McConnell of the East Antrim Astronomical Society said, "The recipient is one of the most meticulous and prolific observers we have come to know in recent years. Not only does his interest cover a wide selection of astronomical and meteorological subjects, but he has spent over 1,000 hours searching for an elusive comet of his own. It is mainly for this dedication that he is awarded this great honour." The asteroid was discovered by Dr. David Asher in 1995 at Siding Springs, Australia. The asteroid is located in the main asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter. The director and staff of the Causeway Institute congratulate Martin on this prestigious honour. And that was wrote by Nuala Brady, Public Relations Officer. That was very nice. That's a lot. My former school writing, doing that for me. Word got about at the time. A few newspaper clips here too. And I have a couple of prints here from the newspapers of the night itself, the images taken by Paul Evans. Featured in Northern Constitution newspaper and Mid-Ulster Mail. There's others there too. And the Korean Chronicle and the Northern Constitution again. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with you. Very special moment. I'm going to bring the camera over here and see if I can show you the actual article. There's one of them. One of the newspaper ones. This here. The other. That's the two. I could do it. The two certificates I have framed. Actually, I have one of them over there, maybe both. And that there is the photograph taken by Paul Evans at the time, on the very night itself it was announced. That's my mother on the left, Carmel, McKenna, me in the middle, Dr. David Asher on the right. He's the guy who made the discovery of this asteroid and who kindly offered it up to be named after me. And that's John McConnell, very well known, famous astronomer. He's the guy who made it all happen. So, a wonderful memory. As a matter of fact, this here is the discovery photo. I'm on a wide angle lens here, so forgive this. That's the actual discovery photograph from Siding Spring Observatory, extracted from the Digital Sky Survey. And that's the citation which I read out there. That's on the official citation from the IAU. And that streak there is the asteroid moving among the background stars. Not this one, that's probably a passing satellite. This here is the trail of the moving asteroid during the exposure. Main belt asteroid. It's also a Mars crosser. It's in a chaotic orbit, so sometime, I remember talking to David about this, sometime in the future it may actually impact planet Mars, or solar infill is a possibility. And that's the Yeah, that's the orbit of it there. Yeah. But anyway, thought I'd share that with you.